Hey everybody, my name's Bren. I'm a esports commentator. Esports. I commentate video games basically as my living, and I'm here to talk to you about how I overcame a lot of my mental health issues when I was your age, when I was 14 to 16, my teenage years. I'm 24 right now, so it's only been like a decade since then. But a lot of it is going to apply to you guys, and I wish I received this kind of knowledge and advice. I wish I had the knowledge that I have now that I did at your age. And I hope some of you may find it useful. But I'm here to talk to you about some of the anxiety that I had. I struggled with real bad anxiety when I was younger, and I still do to a lesser extent, even now. But I have ways to mitigate it. I have ways to stop it, chop it, and change it, and to really help myself. And it all really boils down to my physical health. Your physical health ties into your mental health so much. And when I was younger, I didn't listen to people when they gave me advice like eat healthily, drink a lot of water. I just didn't really listen. I didn't want to listen. But it is super important. There's a reason why you probably see there's like a stereotype. See all the what is it, like basic people with the hydro flasks. I don't care. I've got a hydro flask now. I like it because it reminds me to drink water. But even just simple stuff like that, building up the foundation of which to start even thinking about looking after yourself in a healthy way, drinking more water, eating healthily. I know a lot of you watching this might not even have the means to eat more healthily, just because it's kind of expensive to actually eat fresh and healthy food on a regular basis. So that might not be an option, but there are other ways as well that you can mitigate it. I started out personally by working out in my room because I was so anxious. I was so worried about whatever people thought about me. I couldn't even sign up to the gym. I couldn't even go to the gym because I was so concerned about what other people would think of me and that they would laugh at me if I was at the gym. I now know that that's just nonsense. If anyone's laughing at you from going to the gym, they are just insecure themselves and they're projecting their insecurities. Like, that's just a fact. So it's not really a concern you should be worried about. I know it's easier said than done for me just saying, oh, don't worry about it, but that's just the facts about it. But how I personally overcame that fear was just by working out in my bedroom, and I looked up total body exercises, things that I could work my whole body using very small amounts of weights, dumbbells. If you don't have dumbbells, you can also fill water bottles up with water. Sounds weird, but super cheap and easy way to just have some makeshift dumbbells. And alongside that as well, resistance bands, if you can get them, are very cheap. Or actually, I don't know, they might be more expensive now during COVID, but they're an effective way to get a workout in at home. And essentially, that's what I did. I researched online different fitness routines using what limited equipment I had, and eventually I worked out a sort of program and I built up my strength, and from there I built up an appetite. I used to be so skinny. I'm going to try and find a picture now actually for you and show you guys through the video of what I used to look like. I was so skinny. Let me go through to my Instagram and you guys are going to see this kind of transformation I made. So this was me, as you can see here, super skinny. This was in 2018. This was 2 years ago. And compared to the transformation that I've made kind of now, even back then, this was actually a lot better than I was when I first started. That was me with weight put on. So I was really skinny, almost anorexic, some would say, actually, for my height. So I was in a really bad place. But working out was the foundation of which I built upon to help my mental health. And that's helped me today. It's given me confidence like I didn't even realize I had. Like I said, my job is an esports commentator. I literally talk in front of a camera in front of thousands of people on a regular basis. Last weekend, there was 80,000 live people watching, and live events sometimes is even more in a live arena. So it's kind of crazy the turnaround that I've had. Just off the back of my fitness progression, of helping myself and working out more. And I just implore you all, I guess, if you're suffering from some of the stuff that I've talked about, the anxiety, the idea that people may be laughing at you, if you're worried about this, if your mental health is struggling right now, I implore you to try and get the ball rolling, try and get a foundation set up with just some fitness. And I think you'll find that short term, you'll probably feel pretty terrible working out if you haven't really done it before. But long term, I think you'll see that the results are really quite good, and you'll notice some immediate, or not immediate, but you'll notice improvements definitely within a week. And now, if I take a week off from working out, I notice that I feel terribly mentally, but I always know that I can get it back just by getting back into even a routine. To a lesser extent as well, the more you work out, the more you'll kind of beat yourself up if you miss a day of working out. And to that I say, don't feel bad if you do, and don't feel bad about taking baby steps as well with your progress. If you're not making sweeping strides with your goals, don't feel bad. This applies to not even just fitness, this applies to everyday life. I wish I knew this as well. It's okay sometimes to just, if you have the feeling to not even want to get out of bed because you're so depressed, you don't even want to eat, it's okay if the only thing you achieved that day is got out of bed. That's progress, and you've got to measure that and keep your own progression in mind when you're comparing yourself to what you want to be. I hope this helps in some way. I know I've probably gone overrun with the video time length. I'm on 6 minutes, but I really do hope that some of you maybe start working out off the back of this video and this advice. I wish I had started working out sooner. I wish I had started focusing on my physical health, because it ties into your mental health. And some of my issues that I ran into when I was younger wouldn't have got as bad had I have known this advice. And if you are struggling with anxiety, mental health issues, all I can say is that it does get better. There are ways to help yourself, and there's also resources for other people to help you. And I really do hope that it gets better for you as well, because I've been there. It sucks, and sometimes I still go back to that place. If I miss, I'm not going to lie to you and say that it's all happy these days. I still have moments of weakness where mentally I'm not that strong, but it's about the journey. It's a marathon, it's not a short-term sprint. So I hope this helps in some form, and best of luck, I guess, guys, with your futures.